Hey everyone, Happy New Year, and what a year 2024 has been. I've met some wonderful people both in Tasmania and internationally within the YouTube community. It's taken me to places both familiar and unexpected. Now, before launching this channel, I'd spent more than a year practicing, and I've visited some incredible locations that truly deserve revisiting so that I can share them with you. I believe I'm getting better with each video. It's been a long series of lessons of what works and what doesn't. And I thank each and every one of you for sticking with me as I grow in confidence. Anyone who makes YouTube videos knows that one published video equals at least one failure. And the photos that you see behind me here are either videos that didn't make it or adventures that just didn't get recorded in the first place. The full images and story behind each one will be on my website, and there's a direct link in the description below. Now, over the past year, I haven't just been making YouTube videos, I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos. Now, most of them are on filmmaking and editing within DaVinci Resolve, but of all the photography related channels, there are some that I just return to time and again without fail. These channels all deserve a special mention, and I highly recommend visiting each one. All of these photographers are so very different, but they all share a similar attitude to photography, and I highly recommend you at least give them a go. I've put links down below in the description for those also. People need to see what other photographers are thinking. It's really, it's amazing to see their work and comment on how, you feel about each of their pictures, but nobody knows the motivations that go behind those images and why they're out there in the first place, what they're thinking when they're taking those images. And so I created this on-location idea where I would spend a whole day with a photographer, following them around, sometimes learning their techniques, and like in the case of Tim Faircloth, he loaned me one of his large format cameras so that we could go on this journey together. After a day of photography, we would sit down and we would talk about not only what we'd just experienced, but what led up to that point. It's been such a wonderful experience. And if you haven't had the opportunity to watch one of these videos, please do. The passion that these people share for their photography is tangible. Now, 2024 has not been all plain sailing. There have been some bumps along the way. It's really important that I keep these in mind, and you guys can remind me along the way if I make these mistakes again. First lesson I've learned is don't get too technical. I have waffled on like you wouldn't believe about certain technical aspects and doing particular things, and in all honesty, nobody cares about that stuff, and if they do care, there are plenty of tutorial videos out there that explain things so much better than I do. And then what you get is this mishmash. It's all been cut together so that you're not aware of all that waffling that I've done. Kind of like what I'm doing now. Second lesson is do not forget to have fun. It's so easy to get caught up in scripting and placing the cameras down and making sure that the wind isn't hitting the microphone, that you kind of forget what you're there for in the first place. If I'm not having fun, I don't want to be there. And if I don't want to be there, you don't want to be watching the videos. Third lesson is there is always a story between photos, even if it's just getting from A to B. There's something going on in the background that affects the way that I take the photos, and I need to be there with a camera in hand to show you what's going on so that you feel like you're part of the entire story. If I'm just stopping taking a photo, talking about the photo, and then suddenly I'm in the next place talking about that photo, all the weather's changed, or you know, the battery's run out, or the microphone's falling off. You guys need to actually hear that, and I want to share what's going on to make it a much more entertaining video. And the biggest lesson I've learned this year, and this is why I haven't put out my video from Japan yet, don't try to do videos on big family trips. I'm serious. There was no point where I felt comfortable getting a video camera out to talk about what I was doing while I was in Japan, except for that one gear video where I went out early in the morning before the kids were awake, found a nice little place off to the side with loads of people walking past, some of them interacting with me, which was fun. Other than that, no opportunity. I took loads of video and took loads of photos, and you'll see some of them behind me as I'm talking, but to be honest, don't do it. Having said that, I do have a video coming up where I'm going to Darwin with my daughter, and I may try to squeeze something in there. Part of starting a new project is to give yourself a bit of an outline of what you want to achieve. And part of that is to set yourself some very clearly defined goals. I do have some goals, and I may have strayed from them over the past 12 months. However, my big goal this year is to get back on track. It's kind of funny because when you start a YouTube channel, you think you know exactly where you're going, and then you get a lot of likes and a lot of comments on particular videos, and so straight away you think, I'll do more of that. And then you start deviating from your goals, and I had to sort of shake myself and go, no, really, get back on track. So these are my goals. I want to do weekly videos, and I've been doing one pretty much every 2 weeks for this whole 12 months. This year, I'd like to transition into one per week. So if I'm not doing it by mid this year, someone come out and slap me. I need to stay true to my vision. My initial thoughts when I started this channel were to showcase Tasmania, to go to some amazing places that most Tasmanians have never seen, and showcase to the world what this amazing place is, but also just go out, have adventure, take people along for a bit of a ride. And it's not about having a vlog, because I don't really like vlogs, but what I do want to do is show what you can do in any given situation. And the last goal, so I don't have many, but my last goal is to inject more enthusiasm into my videos. So when something really affects me, I project that through my photography, but what I now need to do is project it through to you so that you can feel what I'm feeling and understand why I'm taking the photo that I'm taking. What's happening for the next year? I have some amazing photographers on board for the next series of On Location. I've got some incredible places already on a list, ready to go, and loads more content. Thank you once again for joining me, not only on this video, but on all the videos from 2024. 2025 promises to be an even better year. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to keep in the loop. And I will see you on the next one.